Hello, YouTube family. Auntie is here. Auntie's had the craziest week or the day. Come on. Hug. Today I need to hug because everything was like just going wacky. Computers going down and everything, but we are here and we have the curls and the scoop. As I love to say, it's not cute not knowing, and now it's time to know. I'm Patty Jackson. I am your auntie of pop culture, and we're starting with Lizzo. This story is getting worse. She has been silent, and the stories keep coming out. It's like, oh my gosh, we are literally seeing the tearing down of this woman's career. Now, I know yesterday, I was like, I don't believe some of these stories. But more and more people, it all started when 3 of her former dancers came forward with claims of being mistreated, sexual harassment, a hostile work environment. The pile-on start. The woman that was director of her documentary, it's a documentary with much acclaim, said that she walked away from the project seeing that Lizzo was arrogant, self-centered, and mean. They're saying even Lizzo's boyfriend has stepped away. So here I go being newsy. I went to his Instagram page. And you know what they do now when they break up with you? They scrub you from social media. You won't be on their page anymore. And I was like, she's probably sitting somewhere in shock. Because I'm going to tell you something. This is the thing. As quick as they can build you up, as quickly as they can tear you down. Wow. I feel so bad for her because I feel some of the stories are far-fetched. But with their smoke, there is fire. Somebody, she must have crossed the wrong person because now all these people are turning against her. She's in the midst of a tour. She's had some great career accolades and awards, and now they're saying Beyonce shouting her name out, doing the, the legends, of singers. So far, Lizzo has been quiet. Let's see what she's going to say. This is something else. Tiffany Haddish. Okay, last year, she and comedian Ari Spears got into a lot of trouble because her friend's brother and sister were reportedly being used in some skits that were sexual. She sued them, but the charges were dropped. Now the charges have come back again. Tiffany Haddish said this was a shakedown. She said it was a shakedown. Now the woman is coming back saying that she's suing them again because they talked bad about her and that Tiffany did not support her doing this tour for Haunted Mansion. I'm beginning to think it was a shakedown. I'm beginning to think the whole thing was a damn mess. But I am beginning to think it's a shakedown, and this woman ain't going to go away no matter what. She is just determined to ruin Tiffany Haddish's career, and she never really bounced back from that particular incident. What is going on? But the woman is back again. It was her brother and sister who are now adults. And she said that years ago, before Tiffany became famous, that they were being used in inappropriate skits and that Tiffany was the coach. Well, she's suing again. She wants $1 million from Tiffany and Ari Spears. Ari, you got no $1 million. This story continues to get wild. This week by Friday, the actors and the writers and the Hollywood Guild are all going to sit down and talk. Now, they haven't talked in weeks. Not saying that this is going to be the end of that Hollywood strike. But at least can you just do some talking so we can see a light at the end of the tunnel? A lot of heavyweights in Hollywood are pulling and putting money into the Actors Guild Fund. I'll say it every day. Every actor ain't famous. Every actor's not rich. You go on strike, you still got bills to pay. You still need money in your pocket. You still need to eat and have gas. Now, a lot of the major heavyweights have put money into it. But how come I didn't see Tom Cruise on there? Now, maybe it was, and they just didn't want to put it. I think Tom Cruise is really still mad about Mission Impossible. because it didn't do well at the box office, or it cost so much to make, you can't possibly make that money back. But a lot of the heavyweights are coming together to give money into this guild. Hopefully, if they sit down and talk on Friday, they can get a little closer to this strike ending. Singer Cher sold her music rights. Yes, she is 77 in a career that dates back to the 60s when she was with Sonny and Cher. She got a nice chunk of money for her songs. It's a good thing she's not dating that young man, Amber Rose's baby daddy, because he seemed like he was in it for the money. And even though they said she was heartbroken, she didn't want it to end, her family had to do the, hold it, wait a minute, can't go through this. So Cher has gotten her money. At the movies, it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Back in the 90s, one of the wildest movie screenings that I ever hosted was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle one. Those kids were so loud. You got Jackie Chan, Post Malone, John Cena, Paul Rudd, Ice Cube, Maya Rudolph, all lending their voices to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Gal Gadot says she will always be Wonder Woman, and that's why she's putting together her own Wonder Woman. Warner Brothers are kind of like put her aside and said they didn't want her no more. Gal Gadot says, not that fast. I will still be Wonder Woman. Singer Adele, we hear it could be wedding bells in just a matter of a few weeks. She's dating sports agent Rich Paul. His biggest client is LeBron James. He's huge in the sports world as an agent. They've been dating since 2021, and she is madly in love with him. And they probably would have been married if he had just signed a prenup. She's worth $220 million. He's worth $120 million. Adele's been burnt in the past, so she's like, I want to marry you, but I'm going to need you to sign this prenup. I don't think he's signing the prenup. And now they release a statement. They're not going to let or allow money to rule their love. Adele, I know it sounds harsh. You got to not only protect your heart, you got to protect your money. We're going to get one heck of an album if this blows up, and Lord knows if he takes her money. Love is wonderful. It's great. It's great. But if you got money, you better protect it, because people change. They change their mind. They change their attitude. Things just change. So she is going to have to be very, very careful. I do a podcast, Patty and the Millennials. It's Millennials. It's Gen X. It's men. It's women. I had some notes. Can I remember it from? Wait a minute. Here it is. I had some notes about what we talked about. And I'm going to see if you guys are familiar with this. Nope, that's not it either. So I'm going to go from memory. There's this thing called be yourself at work. What does that mean? People, they call it girl job, lazy girl job, lazy guy job. This is not quiet quitting. This is, you may love your job, but you're only going to do it so much. And you're going to take your time and go at your own speed. And you're still going to be on the phone and occasionally catch a movie like a Netflix movie on your phone while you're doing your job. It's a real thing. And we talk about it. And it's not people that, oh, I hate my job, I'm going to do. No, these people proclaim they like getting that nice check. They like their job. But they also do what they want to, when they want to. And it was so funny because in the array of people that I talked to, you know, there were some people in the business world, and of course they ain't like that talk at all. But we all know that person. We all know the quiet quitter. We all know the person. They do come to work as they are, and they do what they want, but they get their job done in their time. And we all know the loud quitter, because that was something that was trending. And it's never good to trend loud, even though you may want to cuss that person out and leave and walk off the floor. That's a real nice fantasy, but the reality is that could carry you to your next job or jobs in the future if you have the reputation of being, I'm going out with a bang, everybody getting cussed out. So there are different types, but I want to know from you, what do you think of those who come to work as they are? Are you the type, maybe, that comes to work as you are? Maybe you have a job where you can't do that because you really, really, really have to work. It was a great conversation, so many different opinions, and I touched on so many nerves. To me, that makes a good conversation when you can touch on a nerve and get people riled up just from the conversation. But it's Patty and the Millennials. We're on Pandora and Spotify and SoundCloud and iHeartRadio Podcast and Apple Podcast. So you can check it out. Do these charges, accusations against Lizzo surprise you? I am just in shock because we are literally watching her career just right before our eyes. Right before our eyes. We're just watching it go down the drain, and it's like, It's not cute not knowing, and now you know. Subscribe to the channel. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video. Leave a comment. I do go through the comments. It's not cute not knowing, and now you're going to know. Or you do know, because Auntie told you. I'm Patty Jackson. I am your auntie of pop culture.